Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Mass Effect Andromeda. And on this episode, we're going to be continuing where we left off. Now, I did tell you guys on the last episode that we would be doing some of these strike missions. However, the downside to that is I could not figure out for the life of me how to turn the mic off in those multiplayer missions, which means I could not do the audio for you guys as I was playing through. Everybody could hear what I was saying, and there was an option in there to do like the push to talk, and I did that, and I even changed my mic to a speaker so that they couldn't hear, and everything continued to work, and everybody could still hear everything I was saying. So I'm gonna have to work on that at some point in the future and see if I can figure that out. Otherwise, we're gonna have to hold off on these for now. But it does seem like as soon as you load into that, it goes into multiplayer, and you can play with a whole bunch of other people, random players, and just kick some series. But however, the missions are pretty difficult if you go into hardcore, so just kind of be aware of that. But that is something we'll look into as time goes on. So let's keep searching out the area here and see what we can unlock. Maybe get a few more levels before we go in there. Lieutenant, based on the status report 16C, it seems we're no closer to gaining a foothold in any sector. Without decent recon and greater intel on this enemy, I'm starting to think our efforts are futile. The risk involving and continuous loss of resources and lives makes it hard to justify. With morale this low, we need to scale down expectations again. Okay, so they're not doing too well on their own, and they're going to be looking to you to maybe remedy that. Let's see, is there anything in here we can get? No, not yet. Alright, let's see, what do you guys got over here? New locations discovered. Wonder how I discovered the location, just by looking at maybe some of the monitors there? Wow, she looks a lot like the girl from the X-Men. Just a tiny bit, with that blueness to her, which is kind of cool. I like it, but what are you doing over there?
I still reckon they had breather gear stowed in that armor.
Perhaps both. Life is infinitely adaptable, as our expedition proves.
Alright, just all chilling in a row here. What do you guys got? I know I can talk to you, Professor. What about you guys over here?
Can expand 300%. Amazing.
Hey, Hirik, how about you not dissect things over lunch? It's weird.
What do you got, Professor? Can I talk to you? There you go.
You must be the Pathfinder. Wonderful. You and your Sam are exactly what we need.
Thanks, Mr.
Professor Hirik, my colleagues and I will work with your Sam and the data you gather to solve Andromeda's scientific mysteries.
What are your specialities? Can I join in?
I'm usually out in the field, but I wouldn't mind talking shop. Lab. You know.
You are always welcome.
Not that we've had much to study, with everyone cooped up for 14 months.
But your data on the Scourge flows like poetry. Now we can better advise on repairing the damage it caused.
And maybe Addison will give us a real workspace. Who can think with all this racket?
Oh yeah, I want to unlock some of that stuff. What about you, Doctor?
Pathfinder, we've had some trouble.
Anything I can help with?
Perhaps. I discharged an away team to get readings from a section of the Scourge that was behaving anomalously. They haven't reported in for some time, and sensors can't locate their shuttle. I sent them out there. Good, dedicated people. I fear what might have happened to them.
Have hope, stay focused.
Don't give up hope. When I'm out there, I'll see if I can find them.
Their friends and family will want to know what's happened, and I need to know.
Alright, task missing scientist. What about you?
Pathfinder, those bioscans are superb. Could you gather more for our comparative conservation effort?
That sounds interesting.
What conservation effort?
My thesis is on the console there. Broad strokes, we're comparing and preserving organisms from both galaxies. If you donate more bioscans and samples to the catalog, I can get you a finder's fee. Tempted?
Sure, maybe.
Hi, Pathfinder. Want to hit some rocks for science?
Try and stop me.
Absolutely. What do you need?
Sam and I used your scans and made a VI for geophysics surveys. Beta builds on the console there. Test it out in the field, and I'll wrangle you a consultant's bonus from Director Addison. How's that sound?
Getting a lot of missions for stuff that we've already done.
The beauty of the cosmos unfolds in your planet scans, Pathfinder. But there is more they can do.
All right, tell me, how can I help?
Do you have something in mind, Doctor?
Plans for a school are underway to inspire a new generation of young minds. I want to craft a model of the cluster for them, accurate and splendid from your data. My prototype is on that console. Add more scans to improve it, and I will share my educational budget with you, and my thanks.
Sweet. Places to make some money, guys. Money, money, money. What do we got over here? Console. Alright, so final proposition, Professor. Since we are, by definition, an invasive species in Andromeda, our inevitable footprint must be laid carefully, I should say, and we must preserve anything we replace. The Helios cluster presents an unexpected challenge. We arrived with seeds, archives, and DNA banks to ensure preservation of the biodiversity of the Milky Way galaxy, but this cluster is scared by the scourge. Its unique flora and fauna are threatened by its turbulence. That too requires conservation. So let's go ahead and do that one. Did we already accept it? I think we did. So we're going to activate this one. Patch notes, streamlined interface with the Omni tool, minimal. Okay, so we're going to get that one. And the cluster model, our daughter will not know stasis for the 600 years sleeping. They were born. Yeah. Okay, we're going to take that one too. All right. Nice. 3 more missions, plus the mission to save that woman's husband, who has been either wrongfully convicted or rightfully convicted of murder from his best friend. Security footage, here we go. Damage control from Laura Tan. Cadres, as you're aware, there was a mutiny aboard the Nexus during our absence. Events escalated quickly, but we believe it begun with a fire in hydroponics and a theft in the armory. Motivations for the uprising vary. Mob mentality was certainly a factor, but for the leaders, including your predecessor, former security director Sloane Kelly, it was a conscious betrayal. There have been perfunctory attempts to catalog and address the damages caused by Sloane's people during the uprising, supplies stolen, equipment broken, things of that nature. But I was hoping the militia could step in and draw up an official report. It's imperative we know what we are working with if we are going to survive. So let's go ahead and we've already read that, right? So we don't have to. Let's see, to Director 10, I need my people's focused on defending the station, not taking inventory. If you really need militia oversight, I'll get Sergeant Nellis to look at it. That said, it was my understanding that the exiles were more Calix's people than Sloane's. Isn't he the one who started the mutiny? Calix conversions may have started it, but Sloane made her allegiance clear. I know she held you in high regard, but I hope you can be impartial when it comes to this task. Sloane Kelly's not who I thought she was. There won't be a problem. Good, then you won't object to sending a small and discreet reconnaissance team to find out where Sloane and the exiles might have gone. When we do get colonial efforts up and running, I don't want any surprises. Forwarding report, Recon Team 232. Trails cold found what looks like an abandoned camps in the peripheral system, but none with the living inhabitants, only graveyards. The conspirators' Irati was among the dead, but not Sloane Kelly. So they're still out there somewhere. And she was chief of security, so chances are she knows what she's doing. She knows how to survive. And there's a canister. We're going to steal everything, guys. Oh, nice. We're going to get a new weapon. That's a new weapon right there. Yeah, we are. We're going to take that. What kind of damage? So it's a handgun. Let's do compare on and see how well it is to the handgun we got. M3 Predator, which is the handgun. So this is a little bit more damage. Better rate of fire for sure. So it's almost like a machine gun handgun. Max clip size a little bit more. Max ammo a lot more. However, accuracy goes down just by 2 points. So it's not that much less accurate. But the weight is 10 more. So you get a lot more stats. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and equip that sucker right there. And we're going to take that. Nice. Can't pull out my gun, though, to check it out, though, unfortunately. Not until we get into some combat. So we'll have to take a look at that next time we're out there fighting some of the baddies. We got Arms Merchant? Really? What kind of Arms Merchant we got in here? Okay, so the N7 Crusader is a shotgun. Ultra rare. Why does it say ultra rare? Rare assault rifle, 3,600. We don't even have close to that amount of money. We have 198 credits right now. Let's see. Falcon 1. We got the Omni Blade, the Katana, and the a sniper rifle. Still can't afford any of these, unfortunately. Let's look at the items, my items. So I could sell some of these. Algorithm, fragment, scan, material, salvage, sell, added merchant for credits. So we're going to go ahead and sell all salvage. Confirm trade. Do you want to? Yes, yes, yes. So now I got 2,198 credits. I could technically buy my sniper rifle if I want, but I still couldn't afford the Crusader, N7 Crusader. Let's compare this to select item. Compare to... How do I compare to the M25 Hornet? Does it... The Hornet, I think, is my shotgun. So this one has more damage. Clip size is a lot less. Accuracy is a little bit less. Rate of fire is a whole lot less. No, that has to be the machine gun. There's no way the rate of fire for the other shotgun was even close to this mount. Show details. I really wish you could select what the thing is. I can't do it anyways, but what do we got in here? Weapons. Let me see, which ones do I have? Total cost. Pistol mods. Can I put them on? Select category, reset. Ah, here we go. Body armor. My items, vendor items. Yeah, they got some stuff in here. Let's go with the chest. What do you got for chest? Total cost 3,600. No, we're not gonna be able to buy any of this. We got minerals. Can we buy minerals? Nope. Okay, so this is just a gun broker, I guess. Yeah. All right. Confirm exit. Are you sure? Yep, I'm exiting that.
Help you?
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilken Rensis.
Ah, our murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story. Nilken, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanted to chat with you.
A Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
Wife says you're innocent.
Your wife's all broken up over this. She says you didn't do it, and that she loves you.
She's a wonderful person. At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
Arguments happen, and then he ended up dead.
Last I checked, getting into a spat wasn't against the law.
There's more. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and I guess I panicked and fired. A witness saw the chief's chest explode.
Sounds like an accident.
That's what I told them. But I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
Don't give up, man.
Don't throw in the towel yet. I'll review the evidence. Maybe I can find something that'll help.
That would be great. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
His chest exploded from inside, so maybe there was an alien in there. You never know. Speak with the prison guard. Arms merchant right there. Where's the prison guard? Arms merchant. So there's two. If I talk to this guy, what is he gonna
Weapons
have?
and stuff. I got you covered. Use the console to take a look through what I got. It'd be a lot easier if I weren't missing half my stock.
Sure thing. What's with these prices?
Ouch. Why am I paying for these?
Half the supplies are inaccessible, what with how we crash-landed and all. And I have to trade with the crooks out there for the rest, so...
Okay. So he's just going to charge me a lot for my muffler. So let's see what else can I do out here. It doesn't seem like anything else. We might have to go and talk to the main honcho of this whole area for now. Come back. I'm really kind of curious due to some of those multiplayer missions. So I think once we get done with this video, I will spend a little bit of time seeing if I can get in there and maybe get a few of those
This is the planet
done.
where we landed. Habitat 7. It wasn't even close to livable.
That's been true of every world we've found. Ryder, we were discussing your next expedition.
About time. You trust me now?
I thought I didn't measure up as Pathfinder.
Director Addison keeps her own counsel. I keep mine.
And when you disagree?
I oversee the entire initiative, and I have decided to give you a chance to prove yourself. To that end, the Scourge dealt us a serious blow. Whatever it is, our scientists theorize it's not natural.
An artificial energy cloud?
It wasn't here when we left the Milky Way, yet it rendered all the golden worlds unlivable. Then there's the aliens you ran into, the Ket. They're obsessed with alien structures we found scattered around the cluster. They'll do anything to prevent others from accessing them. It seems murder isn't exclusive to the Milky Way. And now the challenge is to settle a world in spite of all that. This one here. Eos.
How?
You need to increase the viability of the planet so we can establish an outpost. Then we can bring more colonists out of stasis. The more colonists we have, the more resources we can gather to support the Nexus. Everything depends on it. There are 6 worlds we hope to settle.
Okay, but you said every planet you found is unlivable. So, how do I...
A good Pathfinder would relish the challenge of solving it.
Right. I think I should go check on things.
And if I fail, I guess it's no sweat off your back, right? You'll just look for another Pathfinder?
Placing bets on people is part of my job. Some of them pay off. Others...
Alright, don't play games with me, just point the way.
Just point me to my ship and I'll be out of here.
They're prepping it now in the docking bay. The coordinates for Eos will be in the computer. And when you have a moment, we should discuss the missing arcs.
I was wondering about that.
Something wrong?
Ryder, please see me and Sam Node on the Hyperion. Your implant needs attention, and we need to discuss a confidential matter.
No, I'm fine.
Alright, so we got some extra stuff going on in the background there.
Engineering update. We are working on active... Ryder, you have my condolences for your father.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know him very well, although I understand he played a key role in planning the initiative. I'm sure he'd be concerned that we still have several arcs missing.
What happened to them?
Any idea where they went?
Nothing certain, but tens of thousands of colonists are unaccounted for. It paints the initiative in an unflattering light. Did you have some other business?
Let's take a look around.
It sounds like the Nexus has had a rough time of it.
Publicly, I would say we're more than up for the challenge. Privately, I can tell you, it's been a disaster. The Scourge killed hundreds, many of them our senior leadership. Even the founder of the initiative, Gian Garson, is dead.
How did Gene Garson die?
With the rest of the leadership, when the Nexus hit Scourge, a large wing of stasis pods was destroyed. They were killed instantly. These people traveled 600 years and died before they even woke up. Gian Garson never glimpsed Helios. She never saw her vision realized.
Candra's mentioned something about hitting the Scourge. How did it play out?
Criminal elements took advantage of the emergency and preyed on people's fears. An uprising followed. We had no choice but to turn to the Krogan to deal with them. They crushed the mutiny and the criminals were banished. Exiles, we call them. I doubt we've heard the last of them. They're led by an outlaw, Sloane Kelly. She used to be one of ours.
Yeah, it pays to have the Krogans, man. That's what I was saying. I like having them around.
Who is this Sloane Kelly?
She was head of security on the Nexus. She opposed the uprising at first, but eventually turned traitor and joined them. Misguided sympathy for the plight of the common citizen? Nonsense. They posed a direct threat to our existence.
Oh, see, I'm guessing there's going to be some more interesting things going on there. Probably find out that they're fractured, might be able to incorporate them back into the fray later on, but these guys are probably the ones to blame.
There don't seem to be many Krogan around.
Good riddance. The Krogan demanded a greater say in political matters. The last place you want them involved. They're muscle, nothing more. Good for fighting and lifting heavy objects. When they didn't get what they wanted, they left.
See, told you, this guy's very racist.
Why don't you like the Krogan?
It's common knowledge that they are a violent, ignorant species. Long ago, they waged nuclear war on one another. Their planet was decimated. My people tried to uplift them, but the Krogan could never tame their worst instincts. What if they bring their tempers to Andromeda? We'll all be dead.
That's not what I found in the other games. They are definitely hostile, but they can be very, very good allies to have on your side.
What more can you tell me about the initiative?
It represents the greatest migration ever attempted. No one had ventured beyond the Milky Way before. We've all left home in search of freedom, fortune, perhaps a new beginning. We are the bravest souls each species has to offer. I hope the Nexus will serve as the seat of government for us all.
What do you know about the early days of the initiative?
As most everyone knows, Jean Garson's vision made it happen. She was an entrepreneur on Earth. Wealthy. Young for a human. Garson had the idea for the initiative in the early 2170s, I believe. Many thought leaving the Milky Way was impossible. But she persevered. And as with most great ideas, the doubters were wrong.
Why do you think most people came?
There are thousands of reasons. One for every colonist here. What does any pilgrim seek? Usually, happiness. Finding the thing that eludes them. The thing to fulfill them. While we cannot promise they will find it, we can facilitate the search.
It looks like a melting pot around here.
The Nexus is home to several initiative species. Many came ahead of the Arks. The hope is that this station will one day serve as the governing body in Andromeda. Though I'm not sure what they were thinking, lumping Krogan into the mix. As a Solarian, my kind tend to have a low opinion of them. Nothing I've seen here has changed that.
I'm gonna have to slap that guy around a little bit. Let's see, Tanner's role.
As director of the initiative, are you in charge around here or what?
If the others would allow me, they don't see me as the rightful successor.
So how does anything get done?
In theory, Kesh handles the Nexus's physical operations, Kandros runs the militia, and Addison manages colonial affairs. I oversee all of it. In practice, we argue, debate, and yell at each other until a decision is made. If we're lucky. It is maddening.
What's their problem with you?
I am not Jean Garson. Our founder was charismatic, eccentric, larger than life. Traits I cannot hope to mimic. She and her inner circle perished in the Scourge, some at the hands of the Exiles, some never made it out of stasis. I was deputy assistant for revenue management. Then all 7 leaders above me died. I was next in line for the role.
Revenue management.
So, you're an accountant?
Don't let that fool you. We are all capable of more than we know. When I was young, I was fascinated by the idea of exploring space. Life had its detours, and I went a different direction. Then I heard about the initiative, and saw my chance to try the path not taken. While I may not be setting foot on new worlds, my authority can ensure that you do.
Right. Sorry.
What about the missing arcs?
Any more information you can give me on the missing arcs?
No, and that is the distressing part. The Asari, Turian, and Solarian arcs are completely unaccounted for. If they had the same problems with the Scourge that we did, I fear the worst. Should you find any clues, please investigate. Without the other arcs, the promise of the initiative can never be fulfilled.
Are there any other arcs we should expect?
We had hoped Quarians would be part of the first wave, but before departure in 2185, we got word they had technical problems with their ship. It seems they're also bringing along Drell, Hanar, and other species as well. Managing all of their biological needs caused complications. We won't see them for some time to come.
So maybe download content in the future.
What do I need to consider in making a planet viable?
Assuming the planet supports life, an outpost is critical. People like a roof over their heads, and you'll want to eliminate any hostile threats. Whether that's the cat or other terrors lurking in Helios, colonists being murdered on sight can be discouraging. Also, scouting and mapping terrain is a priority for any Pathfinder. And don't forget forward stations. You'll want those.
What can you tell me about forward stations?
I was afraid you'd ask. It's mostly what the engineers tell me. A forward station allows mining, equipment repairs, and resupply for field teams. I mean, who wouldn't want that? But seeing as how every colonization effort has failed, it's just theory at the moment. You get to test it out, Ryder.
Yay! We'll see how well we do with it.
I'm happy to help. You will find our futures depend on each other's success. Good luck.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure first chance I get, I'm gonna punch you in your face. Not sure I want that guy anywhere around the leadership. He's so likable too, you know. As an accountant, you would think everybody would love that guy. Dealing with numbers all day, people tend to make really good decisions that way. Like I'm not digging that dude too well. But guys, I think we're What did you just do?
Hey, you okay?
I'm fine. My arms got the brunt of it.
Stuff exploding like this happen often?
Back right after the mutiny, we had a lot of this happening. But not lately.
I wasn't there during the mutiny.
Lucky. I thought we were done with this, honestly. That maybe I was just being paranoid.
Is it paranoia?
You know what they say. It's not paranoia.
If someone is out to get you, yeah. Third time this week. It's getting worse. First one was small stuff. This one could have hurt bad if I'd been closer.
That's not good. Sorry, understatement.
Yeah. And now I have more repairs.
Did you report this?
Did you talk to security about this?
How can I? For all I know, someone in security is the one doing this. I've scanned all the potential sabotage areas I can think of. But I don't know who to trust anymore.
Sounds like a lot went down before the Hyperion docked.
Yeah, I guess. Wait. That's it. You can't possibly be involved in this. You weren't even here during the mutiny. Would you, if you have time? Maybe you could help me. If they start hitting critical systems.
Sure thing. What can I do?
If you could scan these other panels while I fix this one, that'd really help. I've sent the locations to your Omni tool. Just send me the data when you're done.
Alright, let's do this quest here real quick, guys.
Find out why. Be careful.
Let's see. There's another one. Where? Ah, it's up the stairs. Alright, let's see if we can find it. No? No, it's not. Where is it then? This one?
Welcome back, Pathfinder. Please select a topic.
Yeah, we're logging off that. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Saying it's right there. Clearly it's not.
All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert.
How the hell did I know? Spender, you have a job. If you want to keep it, do it. Something you want, Ryder? You'll have to see to your own ship. I'm not in a risk-taking mood.
Excuse me, Director Addison.
Of course, Ryder.
Alright, I am going to go ahead and end the episode here, guys. I will try to figure out this quest here in a little bit, but I'm going to try out multiplayer first. Hopefully you'll be able to see a video of that before anything else. Again, I definitely want to thank you guys for watching. This has been an episode of Mass Effect Andromeda, and I am AC Gamer. Till next time. Hey guys, and welcome to the disembodied voice of AC Gamer. We are definitely going to be doing a lot more series in the future, but here are a few of them that you guys might find interesting. Of course, you're more than welcome to check them out. I would love to hear your comments. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. It's definitely the indicator that I use to tell if you guys want to see more videos like that, of that particular game style, of that series in the long run. So when you guys leave comments down, it helps me decide whether we should keep doing it, as well as whether you want to see games like that in the future. And here are a few of them right here. I kind of picked out a few of different genres. We will be doing spotlights for other YouTubers in the future. So if you want to get a little shout out, definitely let me know. If you group with me, chances are you will get a shout out in here eventually. But for now, these are just 4 series that I have that I feel like could use a little bit more attention and that you guys might actually enjoy as well. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we will definitely catch you all next time.